Hello, greetings. It's been some time, but I'm here now. Here to talk to you about our next conference, which will be Foundations 5, the fifth one, the Word and the Spirit, which will be on June the 2nd to the 6th at our normal place, Quinta, Christian Conference Centre in Oswestry. Well, I must say this one really excites me. Not just saying that, this is not marketing speak here, this is from my heart. Must say, you know, just looking at the preparations and the expectations and the people that will be there in terms of teaching and leading, it is very, very exciting. And the good thing about it is that it's not all about me. It's not much that I have to do. I'm only going to speak a couple of times. We're going to leave it up to God, basically. We're going to have workshops, teachings, celebrations, a very interesting drama that our son Johnny's going to do based on Shavuot and Pentecost, which is another interesting thing. Sometimes when you plan something, it's good to know if God is really behind you. Well, in this case, when we booked the particular week for Foundations 5, it was going to be in May, until we realised that our grandson's birthday fell right in the middle of it, and our daughter-in-law basically stamped her feet down and said, no, under no circumstances are you having a conference during that week. So we went back to Quinta and we said, give us any other week, and they basically said, well, the only other week that's really available is the week of the 2nd to the 6th. So we said, okay, we'll take that. So we took that, and only afterwards did I realise that right in the middle of that week, on the Wednesday, is the Hebrew, the Jewish feast of Shavuot, which you may know as Pentecost, which is the feast of the Word and the Spirit, which is basically what the conference is about. To me, that is God speaking, and we're very excited. And we're even more excited that we've had sort of two people that have crossed our paths. Again, it's a God incident. We were at an exhibition at Peterborough, exhibiting there. Didn't know why, because we lost a lot of money. No one was interested in us. It just seemed to be a pointless exercise, except for the fact that that is where we met these two chaps who were also exhibiting under their Bible College of Wales continuing sort of organisation or ministry that they belong to, and we found out more about them, and it's very, very exciting, extremely exciting in fact, because it all goes back to the Welsh revival, 1904. Out of that revival came a man called Rhys Howells. Now, those of you who read may have heard the book. It's sold millions all over the world. It's Rhys Howells' Intercessor, and I have to say it's the most inspiring book I've ever read. I'm now reading it for the third time. Monica and I are reading it together, and you know, this man, it's just incredible what God actually did with him, and all through his life he really got to mean business. So that the two of them together, you know, the transactions between Rhys Howell and God were absolutely amazing, and what he had to sacrifice and give up to God in order to fulfill his destiny was just amazing, and an amazing example to us all. Well, you know, after God had dealt with him and gave him the role of intercessor, he opened up this Bible College of Wales, and this college is you know, sort of the unsung heroes of the Second World War, because they prayed through the major events from our point of view in this country of the Second World War. We're talking about Dunkirk, talking about the Battle of Britain. They won the spiritual battles. You know, the physical battles were there, of course, but those of you who have looked into the Second World War know that there were miracles involved in both of those two key events, and this is the place where the spiritual warfare went on. Rhys Howell and his Bible College of Wales. So anyway, so following on the story, when Rhys died, his son Samuel took over, and then when he died, the place sort of fell into ruin a little bit. The actual college part of it was transferred or bought out and ended up in Midlands, and it all seemed to die. Then these two chaps, and these are the ones that we met, David Griffiths, whose father studied under Rhys Howell, and who's the vice principal, and the principal, Brian Mason, who actually studied himself under Rhys Howell's son Samuel. Both of them were thoroughly into what Rhys Howells was teaching. That they, you know, from a young age, they have taken on the principles of intercession and just being real with God, and that's how they operate in their Bible school. Well, we got talking, and not only are they coming to our conference, but they will be leading the prayers. They will be doing a workshop on intercession and doing some teaching, and just to be there. And it's just fantastic for us to have these two men who, along with our other people who are also fantastic. We've got Chris Hill, a fantastic Bible teacher for 50 years, doing most of the teaching. We've got David Andrew, the editor of Sword magazine, doing some Bible expositions. Got myself, I've got a couple of talks on my next book. Joe Jones, again, leading worship and some workshops, and the usual gang. So, you know, if this interests you, it's going to be a fantastic time. We can't promise what's going to happen. You know, it's going to be a mystery to us now, but we know that God will be there. God has engineered this conference, and we're very, very excited. Something will happen, we don't know what, and that's what excites us. So again, we don't have many people coming. God tends to limit the numbers to around about 100, so get booking now. If you want to come, send your deposits in. It's foundationsconferences.com, or you can phone up 0208 551 1719. If you're not sure, if you live in the southeast, then we have a Foundations Discovery Day. This will be on April the 5th this year, in a few weeks' time. Come along just for the day and get a sample of what we do at Foundation. So you should have details of that on the website, or you can phone up the same number. So that's all for now. I'll speak to you nearer to the date if we have any more information. Thank you for listening and watching.